Right, welcome back to Thursday Night Live and That Number podcast. Ben's away. It is festival season after all, but the ever reliable Aidan stepped in, mate. Thank you very much again. How you doing, pal?
Yeah, not so bad. Last minute, but love jumping on.
Yeah, you got a bit more notice this time. Got an extra
Yeah,
24
that's
hours.
it. With kids,
Yeah,
mate, it's a tough gig, but when you have to speak to the
yeah.
missus, but I'll always make room for this. Passionate about
We very
talking
much
rugby league and
appreciate it,
St
mate.
Helens.
Very much
Cheers, pal.
appreciated. So
No worries.
let's get straight into it. Not quite derby delight for us, but yeah, I mean, I imagine it was a cracking game for the neutrals.
Yeah, for a Saints perspective, it was a game that could have been, I suppose. But for me, we just didn't deserve it. As much as that, you could probably argue that was a better performance from Saints for the last few weeks. That game was there for the taking. I mean, the amount of
Yeah,
possession that we had on their line, the amount of opportunities that we had to try and score, and it was like so predictable. I was screaming in the stands like my nan can defend that because we just
yeah,
knew what was going to be happening again. Drop off on the fourth to then a last tackle play where we just don't know what we're doing. Don't get me wrong, we've been able to get up the field. That's not a problem getting up the field. It's you know, the the goal line attack is just piss poor.
yeah, yeah. It's again, it's that. Like I say, that drop ball, the run around passing, it doesn't work. Like, yeah, okay, it's worked in the past, but now it's teams are wise to it now, aren't they?
Well, that's it. I mean, you're talking probably the year 2000 when it probably last pulled off. I mean, even
Yeah,
in '06, we did it to settle a set on tackle two at a push three, but it's predictable every single time that it's going to be on that fourth tackle when that's the play you should be playing, spreading the ball, creating an overlap, trying to hit the right lines, but instead let's just settle it. And that's the issue that we had under when we had Cunningham as a coach, and then Wello brought it back as well. And you know, where's this rolly ball that we're yet to see? I mean, getting up the field's absolutely fine as mentioned, but it's just that attacking flair on the line that I was never convinced that we could score. And one of our tries it was a fluke, that sort of
yeah,
came off right into the hands of Wellesby, and that on another day that would have been chalked off. So yeah,
yeah.
we just didn't deserve it.
It worked once with when Davis went off, and I really want to talk about him more because that lad is he's unreal. And I like the amount of tries he's scoring for a back rower.
He's phenomenal. For me, like it's his first year, and he's just a try scoring machine. And let's be honest. I
Yeah,
mean, he somehow finds a way on the line. He doesn't take a backwards step when he takes the ball up, and for me, I highly, highly rate him to the point where I don't care about this age thing. Let him play because we need quality players in the side to let us, get us over the line. And he is probably by far, in my opinion, been the player of the season. Let alone young
yeah,
player of the
I'll
year.
go with that.
I'd argue he's been player of the season for Saints this year by a country mile.
Yeah, he's definitely going to get young player of the year anyway. That I think that's pretty much nailed on. But yeah, the lad could find the try line in the blizzard. To be honest, I mean, he just knows where it is, doesn't
That's it. He was shoved on the wing a few weeks back and just scored two tries casually. Do you know
he?
what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
You know,
like it was nothing.
exactly. You need players like that. There's some players just have the knack to find the try line. He's one of
Yeah,
them. And if he's doing it this early on in his career, I'm really looking forward to seeing how he, pans out when he gets a bit more beef on him, gets a little bit older. He's going to be, he's aiming, you'd like to see him in an England shirt in years to come.
yeah, and he's shown in sort of the games as well. He's got for a big lad. He's got a lot of pace as well. I mean, he done that almost a full length against York, was it?
Yeah, like I was watching it with my brother at the time. I was like, no one's stopping him. Like, what's going on here? It's like, what's going on? And mate, like,
Yeah,
it's like no one was stopping him. That's why you could argue you could probably mould him into being a centre because of his pace and his knack
yeah,
to score. If we plan to spread the ball, but if it's second row that it's his best position, then so be it. But he can play him anywhere. He finds the try line, and that's all that matters.
yeah. It would make sense as well with the amount of back rows we've got. I mean, there's Siren in there, Jacob Orst, Shane Wright, Matt Whitley. They all play second row, but
Yeah,
I
I'm
think we're
also
all
not
right in
sure.
the backs, aren't we, at the minute? We're all right in the
Yeah,
backs for now, I think.
I know we've just signed another second rower, which is,
Yeah,
news that came out the blue. There was no rumours about Jed Cartwright coming in. Now, I don't know if we're just making matters worse at the club at the minute for me, because albeit he's probably one of Hull's better forwards, is yet another injury-prone player. So it's just like we might as well just throw him in for a week, and he might be out after Toulouse. So do you know what I mean?
yeah.
I don't
He'll fit right in.
money. Well, that's it.
Yeah, I
He'll
mean,
fit right in.
I get why they've done it. You know what I mean? Because he's been made available, and we've got Saluka Fafita, who's our only proper first team prop forward, and Alfie
Yeah.
Sinclair, who's had very limited minutes, who are available. So if he can come in this week, I don't know if he'll be cleared or not, but
Yeah,
he'll be under.
I think he might be able to, because it's not like an overseas signing where they need to get a visa to then play. I think he should be good to go to play. But yeah, we are, and I hold my hands up with this. We are in a tough position as it is. I've never known us to have so many injuries. So I suppose getting loan players is needs must. Obviously, there's been all that controversy with Wigan. We don't have an identity, but we've had an identity for the last 25 years, and cast your mind back to 2013 when we had a bit of an injury crisis. We got 2 loan players, albeit a young Gaz O'Brien at the time. He got smashed every time he played for us and got injured every time. And then obviously we had Stuart Howarth, a hooker.
Stuart Howarth, I remember him.
Remember that. So, it's not completely unheard of that Saints have gone out to get loanees. And it's not like we're getting loanees as soon as we get a couple of injuries. We're absolutely fucking decimated. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, just to go through the injury list here, I'll go into that in a bit. So I've got an actual segment for that, which I've put in now. But yeah, and Joe, another issue with this game on Magic as well was the discipline. I mean, that's been an issue all season, hasn't it?
Yeah. In attack and defence, both equally as poor. We don't help ourselves whatsoever. But I think for Magic, for me, it was more the attack and discipline more than anything. It doesn't look like a spine that's played with each other, and that's been the most consistent at the very least this year, where you've got Hastings and Sailor, Wellesby, albeit he had his injury early in the year, but since he's been back, he's been consistently there. It's like we've not played with each other, and it's just predictable, and it's shite. It's ultimately,
it was starting to look good until Magic game, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was starting to gel.
Yeah, I mean, we started building, but you can argue it was against a poor Bradford side who had many out themselves.
Yeah.
Now, it was promising, don't get me wrong, and before Magic, I was like, I'm up for this, we can do something, and it's just, we were up for it, don't get me wrong, we wanted to get stuck in, smashed each other, which was good to see, and you won that for derbies, but when it comes to playing rugby league, you can't just rely on just going through the motions. You can't. Yeah. And it's just, we just didn't look like we were ever going to score. The amount of, as I say, we was on that line so many times, just didn't do anything with the ball. And Wigan were poor, in my opinion. They only ever really had us when we had the man down, and then when Clark went down injured with the ankle, and that's when they also scored as well. So that they weren't the best themselves, you know what I mean? And if we were half the side that we were even in 2023, and I thought we were, we were on a decline there, we do that Wigan team big time, even with our side.
I think we'd have done them earlier on the season, to be honest.
Yeah, like with the kids out when we was on that winning run where, we did well at the start of the season. Obviously not the very start against Wire, but we probably could have done, but I just don't know. It's just like we lacked. We did just lack a little bit of character in attack, and Scully in the he's talking sense.
Didn't know that. Yeah.
There's no. I wouldn't even class it as being harsh. It's just honest. Yeah. And that's the big difference. And I'd love for him to be like head of rugby, because I promise you, like with what he's saying, obviously you got to back it up with actions, but what he's saying is completely right. And if he was the likes of being head of rugby at Saints, I reckon he put us in the right direction. So you know, I'd love for that.
I think a lot of people would enjoy that.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I just don't know what to.
Oh, go on, you're right.
Yeah, I just don't know what to do anymore as a Saints fan. Like even like under the Wellens era, there was all these different answers that we had as fans, and including myself. All this needs doing, but for once, I'm like, I'm just fed up. I don't know what to say anymore because we're not helping with injuries.
We still keep turning up.
That's it, and that's all you can do. And we'll be stuck in there on Sunday against Toulouse. Who, by the way,
it's going to be a struggle that. But I do want to take some positive out of this Wigan game. I thought George Delaney ran his socks off. He worked so hard in that game. He could tell he wanted to win it. And Daz Clark as well. He ran himself into the ground.
Yeah, absolutely. And you could see as we were going up the field, that wasn't the issue. We were
a lot of it was Clark.
A lot of it, yeah. And as soon as he went off, you could tell that we dipped off a bit as well. And yeah, it was just for what I could try and remember of the game because I was getting so frustrated in that game. Just because of the heat of the game for the rivalry against Wigan, I just can't stand them.
If any other game would have coped with it better.
Exactly. Yeah. Even if it was a derby game early in the year without that controversy, who knows? But we got up the field. We did well in that aspect.
Yeah. I say, I mean, we did actually have a go on like the semi-final, but I was going to say, there's been a lot of talk of the officiating, and I understand that. And in the moments I was feeling about it, but at the end of the day, we had enough ball inside their 10 to win that game, regardless of this penalty at the end with bloody Hastings spooned up into God knows where. Landed in Anfield, I believe.
It was Paul, that one. I think pressure got the better of him. I think he's a toffee himself. He obviously had images in his head. Oh, imagine I can get this into extra time. I just think the pressure got because that's not a Hastings kick. He normally gets them. Do you know what I mean? Or at least gets close. It was the fact that he completely spooned it. You just knew there and then he'd absolutely bottled it. But going back on the officiating, in the moment, it was so poor. So I think we had 4 or 5 challenges that we won.
There was 7 in the whole game, and every single one of them was successful.
I used to rate Kendall, but I can see why this last couple of years he's down the pecking order of the big games. If you've noticed, he doesn't get the big gigs anymore. And if with the competency that he has there, that's just piss poor. But you go back to what we were saying, we had more than enough chances, even with the poor officiating, to get it over the line with our own, as I said, we was on that line so many times, I've lost count. And it was just...
And you know what? It's not blaming the officiating for the loss, by the way, because we lost ourselves.
100%.
He was garbage both ways when that first tackle where it kicked off, he lost control of the game.
It's just like, it was next to nothing. Like, why is he giving a pen for that? The player was in the way. Clement was just running steaming in. He's not took him out purposely. Do you know what I mean? If anything, the Wigan man probably walked him up. He couldn't see anyway. I couldn't see in the stands because of all the smoke that went off before the game.
Yeah, the smoke hadn't even cleared.
Couldn't see shit. So, couldn't
even see the screen.
No, well, that's it. Yeah, literally. I was confused what happened, and then we got a pen, and then it just set the tone for the game a little bit. Then it was like, oh, here we go. Discipline's kicking in again, but
I mean, it's like I watched the Huddersfield York game, and I think Adam Swift, I don't know if it was called a knock on, but it was a ball seal or something like that, and they challenged it. And when it came out successful, Tyler Jones went up to him and went, "Sorry, I got it wrong."
Yeah, it was the penalty for passing the ball when he was called held. Now there's 2 ways around.
Yeah, his hand didn't touch the ground.
Yeah, most of the time players are held up and they can't hear, and then they offload. It's never a pen, but it's only ever given as a pen if the ball carrying arm hits the floor. Quite clearly didn't, and I think she thought it did because I think it hit her. I think it must have hit a York man or something like that. But I remember watching it back and saying, "Yeah, he's right here. He should challenge it." And right, so on one. But it is what it is. You can let them type of decisions slide because it's marginal. You're talking like an elbow touching the floor or not. It hit a man's leg. You know what I mean? But right call in the end.
But it's the referee going to the player I apologise. I got that wrong.
Yeah, and holding,
And that's the difference. That's where they don't hold themselves accountable.
That's it. The others a lot are just arrogant shites and just go, oh, well, you know what I mean? Just leave them to it.
Yeah. Well, move on from that because it's starting to annoy me again. So we've got Toulouse this weekend on Sunday. I mean, after that performance against Catalan, God knows.
I can't call
it could
it.
be difficult.
I really can't call it.
Thank you, one dimensional. No, it's on Good Friday. Joe, what, mate, you're spot on. He's not the same player who brought through the Bulldogs. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, he just, as you say, he just can't sit up, and half the time he don't make meters. Although I thought Clemmer, he did okay considering from what I learned from Saints that he broke 3 ribs early on in the game.
Yeah,
and continued throughout. So I can't knock Clemmer's effort, but I just think he's past his sell-by date by the time we got him.
I mean,
2 or 3 years
that's
ago,
when they usually come over, innit? When they've had it.
It is what it is.
Okay.
But yeah, I agree.
Ashall Bott, he's going to be dangerous. You don't keep him quiet.
He's the only one that did anything against us when we last played him, and I think when they were in the comp in 2022, I remember it. When we won the Shield that year, it was that game that we lifted the Shield. I remember he was causing us problems. So we might not even lift the Shield. We pulled away in the end. But it's the only one that sticks his hand up. But he's happy where he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like he's a player that if he was to go to a big club, he'd be one of those that won't be hitting the peaks like you can do.
Yeah.
He does well
with the small fish in a big pond rather than the other way around.
Yeah, that's it. And I think he knows that he's happy to stick at Toulouse. I mean, if you're going to stick at a club that's going to be, mid to bottom table, so it's the club to do it, isn't it? Really, or even Catalan at this stage, because they're a bit they're awful.
I would give him a shout at England though. I'd give him a chance.
Probably in the training squad, maybe as a backup option. Yeah. For me personally, I don't think he's quite at that level personally, just because he's one of those. He's almost like a sailor. When he plays well, he plays well. When he doesn't play well, you don't see him.
When he goes missing, he's gone.
Yeah, it's one of those. Like, whereas you have world-class players over the years, like Robes, if he had a bad game, he still did 7 out of 10. And I know he's accepted, you know what I mean? We really do.
I don't think Robes ever had a bad game.
No. And it's times like this now, 3 years on, where we're spiralling out of control. We were saying in the stands back in 23, like, what we're going to do when Robes goes. And Clark, although he does well, he's getting hammered into the ground in 80-minute performances. He's getting on. It's not fair. So,
this is why they need to be. I think this for the next couple of weeks now, it's going to be Jake Burns starting and Humphries coming on, giving him a minute. But yeah, I mean, the amount of players that's coming out now, I'll go into in a sec, but we're not going to see the squad till tomorrow. So I can't really speculate on that. So I just have to hope for the best.
But going
I'll go into other.
Yeah,
I'll go into other Saints results from the past week. The Academy beat All FC 30-18. Scholars beat All FC 30-28. And last night, the Saints Women's Academy gave Warrington and Iden 46-6. So it's looking good on that front. But the women play Lee Saturday as well, which I'll be going down to, I think.
Oh, good on me. To be honest, I hold my hands up. I'm still yet to get to a women's game, but it's hard with 3 kids. So
it's understandable. Yeah. It's like they're all old enough you to sit with you, is it?
No, well that's it. I can only just about squeeze in the men's games. I don't go to as many away games as I used to. Well, that's life. But
you're doing the right thing. But, I think it should be an easy win there. I mean, Lee, they're not looking great. They was piping up at one point, but they're not what they were now, are they?
No, definitely not. I know they ended up just peaking, didn't they? And got up into sort of the women's Super League version of it. But I can't see past the Saints win, especially after the last couple of weeks. Even when they nearly took Wigan to the sword, considering how they bounced back from the cup final. That's a tough ask for the women for what they did, and it just shows their integrity of that team that they haven't took a backward step and hopefully can springboard for the rest of the season and obviously finish strong. I think the third at the minute, are they not? I think Leeds is just above them and Wigan. but hopefully they should finish strong and hopefully have a good playoff run at the end.
I mean, that last game against Wigan, I mean, like you say, they show that they're not down and out yet. You know, I mean, we have got some players who, I'm not going to call them old because I'm not stupid, because they hear this, they'll murder me, but in terms of rugby league, you know, I mean, they are towards the end of their career now. We know Geordie and Emily are retiring. Amy Hardcastle's been around a while now as well, and a few others. So
That's it.
That transitional time now.
Exactly. So it's just a little bit like the men's team, where we're going to have to rely on the new crop of players coming through. And as you showed before, like the academy did well, you know, the women's academy. So it's looking promising for the future.
Yeah, and with Craig Richards not just coaching, but he's in charge of like the whole academy and development and all that. I am positive with that, especially with like men's and women's. He's been around the club a long time. He knows the identity, Mr. Pete,
exactly.
The club.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, you want to keep people like him within the club who knows what our identity is, and hopefully to get back on that track.
That dreaded I word.
Yeah, that's it. It's been a subject of this year. You know, we don't have an identity. It's a load of bollocks. Just because we had a couple of old players. As I mentioned earlier, we had some in 2013 and no one batted an eyelid then. You know,
that's it.
It is what it is. Because you can't just play all your kids, because you'll just get them injured. Then, you know, you drip feed them in. There's a one-off game, it's fine, but you can't consistently week on week play your kids, because you'll just wipe out your kids. You'll give them long injuries.
Unless you're a freak like Jack Farrimond, who's just constantly class every game.
Exactly, but he's been.
Your thoughts actually didn't do that much against us in week Magic. Actually,
I thought we kept him quiet. I was quite chuffed with RD. I didn't have really any issues with our defence as such. As I mentioned, one of the tries was when we had a man down in the bin. Another one was where Clark went down, and then the second one was on our line with a scrum, which was poor, off the back of a very poor attacking player from Dagnall, who just flung the ball in our own 5 because we knocked on from that, and then that's how they scored from the back of that. So. I think the only positives again from that game was the stadium as well. I'm really a big advocate for that stadium. It's immense.
Yeah, well, I'm a Blue as well, so it was great for me.
Well, I went to the Ashes and was blown away because it's such a good stadium. The atmosphere really good. Don't get me wrong, I really love Newcastle as well, but I think this one just sort of edges it for me, just because I want the convenience. At the end of the day, it's literally 30 minutes, if that, up the road for us.
It's built for atmosphere, isn't it? With the where the stands are built and the roof and all that. It's designed to keep noise in, so it's always going to work.
It was good to see Magic absolutely packed as well, because don't get me wrong, we've had Magics where there've been quite a few numbers, but that was packed to the rafters for our game, and it was good to see. Like, we were mingling with the Bradford fans as well. They were like chanting us on a little bit.
I enjoyed the Bradford fans, to be fair. I had a good crack with them. Yeah.
Atmosphere was immense. Stadium's quality. I really love the surrounding areas. That was there as well.
I mean, you go inside and you've got the fans on, instead of it being out in the street like it is at Newcastle. It's inside.
Yeah, and I enjoyed that.
You're on the ground.
Yeah, because everything's all at once. Everybody's there then. Do you know what I mean? You have all the fans there. Obviously, there's fans dotted around throughout the city centre as well. It was good to see, because, I've worked in Liverpool before. I used to live there when I was at uni. To see so many rugby league shirts there was just brilliant to see, for within Liverpool. And had some scouser come up to me. So, what's all with these rugby shirts, mate? I was just like, there's Magic
under a rock.
Yeah, that's it. There were some scousers were confused, but it spreads the awareness of the sport, and it's what you want.
Yeah. I mean, do you know what, funny enough, when I was in there, I was queuing up for a drink, I think it was at half-time, something like that. I was looking like, know that face. Alan Harper played for Everton in the 80s.
Oh, yeah. I saw you on.
I mean, Alan Harper, who played under that Kendall team, I'm like, what are you doing here? But his mates was with him, had a Saints shirt on. Yeah, so I'm like, oh, brilliant. I'll have some of that.
Yeah, and it's what you want, isn't it? You want, Liverpool's the closest city to us. You want as many eyes on the sport, and it's great that we smashed the record for Magic Weekend. I know we included the France game as well, but you knocked 5K off there. It still brought the record for the highest attendance Magic. And hopefully, I'm glad it's next year as well. We'll see. I don't think it'll be as many.
As it happens, there we go.
Well, there
on
you
a
go,
bank
yeah.
holiday weekend as well, which is better.
Yeah, that'll be good. So you don't have to, because I had to book Monday off on the work, from work on the Monday, just so I could just have a minute from the Sunday, but don't need to this year for next year. So that'll be good.
I'll be a lot
is that not
better
before
organised then.
Is that not before the Challenge Cup final though? That could have dwindled on the numbers closer, but if you already get your ticket in advance anyway, I just argue just get it handy now, so then you can go both rather than waiting last minute when you're skint.
I mean, to be fair, most people are waiting to know where their side is, like whereabouts in the stadium they're supposed to be.
Yeah, you can register your interest now or something daft like that, but I'd imagine you can be able to get tickets before the season kicks. It'll be before the season kicks off anyway.
Yeah, it's usually the first tickets on sale for the season anyway, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I would definitely go in again next year, no matter who we play.
We really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go into a new segment now, coming. So we mention injuries, but we don't really talk about them enough. So new segment on the current injuries from the last week. We're calling it "Walk It Off" because that's what you say to them when they're on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tom's going to be happy with that. So Daz Clark, ankle ligament damage up to 8 weeks, they're saying, which is a massive, massive loss. And then you've got 3 prop forwards out this week. Dave Clemmer, he's going to be out for a number of weeks with broken ribs. And Alex Walmsley, George Delaney, they're out with HIAs. Now, I'm surprised that Dagnall's out with an HIA after that shot, with 2 of them leveled him around the head.
Yeah, he got absolutely smashed, and even if it was just shy of being round the head, he was just that would cause an HIA just sitting on the floor. I remember thinking in the stands, I didn't think it was high at first. I just thought he just got absolutely smashed, and it's what it is. Part of the sport, and you'd have loved it.
Yeah, it was only marginally high, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think they got pinged for it, did they? I think they got a fine in some points. But yeah, it's you can almost be glad.
There's nothing more than that,
because, as you say, we've picked up 4 more injuries now. At least the 2, Big Al and Delaney will be back for next week against the tougher opponents of Catalan. Well, I'd say tougher.
Mind you saying that after the last game, we don't know who's the tougher team.
Well, that's it. Yeah, so that's why I can't really predict this time round. If it was last week, I'd have said even with our depleted side, we'll get something over the line. But based on their performance, they were just free-flowing rugby league, if it's what you want to see. Playing with a smile on the face. And if they bring any of that energy, we will get beat by the sounds of it. And pitchforks will be at the ready.
And Toulouse like to play well in the second half as well. They've been doing it all season.
That's it. They blew them away, didn't they? So, I mean, beating Catalan, I thought, was one thing, big achievement, but it's the 60 points.
Yeah.
One thing you've got to be...
I predicted them to win it, but not by that much.
I didn't
thought
even
it'd be a lot closer.
No, they ruined me a bet accumulation that I did for that weekend completely.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Catalan to win that. That's it. So
there's always one, isn't there?
Buckies always win.
Just quickly on the subject of these injuries as well. The Wigan player who got taken off camera, he was only a young lad, isn't he?
Young lad, yeah.
Didn't quite want to give our best wishes to him. He didn't look good when he came off. I mean, I think it was a knee injury or something like that, or an ankle, and then when they tried to usher him off the pitch, he seemed to have fainted or passed out.
Yeah,
so
I think we
want to send our best wishes to him.
Only found out after the game because I was quite surprised that obviously he didn't look in a good state at all at the sideline, and then the game cracked on, and then next minute you see a stretcher being lifted up, and I was like, "What's gone on there?" But then it was just found out. I think he passed out twice.
Yeah, they tried to basically get under his arms to take him off the pitch, and then he just sort of fainted. I think so. He didn't look healthy. So regardless of who you play for, you don't want to see especially a young lad, in that state. So I want to send our best wishes to him.
Yeah, absolutely. But looks
like Wigan. Go on, carry on. You're all right.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it looks like Wigan have passed another set of HIAs again, though, conveniently.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Me and my brother looked into it. they've had in the space of, I think, 4 years, 5 failed HIAs.
Bloody hell.
We've
get
had
one per game.
we've had 9. Well, now 11, including Big Al and Delaney this year alone. Now that says something for me. I'm not bothered. Like you cast your mind back to the grand final of 23 or 4, and December got dumped on his head and continued. Like he got clean out. So for me, I'm not bothered. Like it's not coincidence. You don't have that little amount of HIAs within that space.
I mean, to be fair, if you're a Wiganer, you're just naturally thick anyway, so you probably don't even feel it.
Well, that's it. But you'd think, yeah, that's it. Well, might need looking into.
I do apologise, but this is a Saints podcast after all. I am going to put my feelings out there.
Well, that's
it. You know what? I expect it back as well.
If any Wiganers see this, I don't care. You might be doing well at the minute, but we've still got a lot more Super Leagues than you. Do you know when the sport went professional? Do you know when the sport
started in '96?
That's it. So,
what you mean before there was only the one professional team in Wigan?
Exactly. And, it made the level playing field, and lo and behold, we're the most successful team. Shove that up your ass.
I love it. So speaking of shoving, this lad's being shoved into the team now. Now,
the blue.
Like I said, I'm seeing what a transition that was. But now I'm seeing a lot of negativity about it, and I get it. He's not, he's not exactly a spring chicken, and he's not the most fit player. But at the end of the day, he was available. It's for an initial loan with the view to signing for the rest of the season. So to me, he's just bridging the gap.
Yeah, it does. But it just, for me, it looks bad that we're loaning players from Hull FC who are struggling themselves. Now, I don't know what's gone on there. Obviously, it's something to do with his dad. Must be with him.
Yeah, I mean, he's not. Yeah, but nothing to do with his ability. I don't think it'll be to do with that.
Truth be told,
he wanted to move him on soon as John went.
That's it, and he was probably one of the better forwards for Hull. Now, it's just for me. It's just there is too injury prone. He's just come back from a hamstring injury, and well, he'll just fit right in, as we mentioned. He'll just keep the boys company in the back who are all injured. So we'll just have to see. But I'm always one to say I'll only judge someone who once they've been in a Saints shirt, because there's been players that have played for Super League clubs that are them who are average and then come to us and were phenomenal. Zeb Taylor.
You know what I mean? Zeb Taylor.
He did well. He did well for Catalan, but was phenomenal for us. Do you know what I mean? He was another.
He's like a new player, wasn't he?
That's it. So who knows? He might do well for Hull FC, but might be phenomenal for us. I can't judge that until I've seen how they got on. A bit like Fafita, he's
Joe, he's been all right, and he's not done anything wrong. He's there doing his job.
He sticks his hand up and has done a job. So I'm yet to see the pudding side of him. He's not like a Josh Perry. He's come in and done a job. And I'm not saying he's a world beater, but it's better than, being a pudding, I suppose, as they say.
Yeah. I think we'll really see him this week. I reckon he's going to start.
Yeah, he'll have to. He'll just have to start.
And there's only him and Alfie Sinclair.
Can probably jump in with him.
There's Alfie Sinclair, and that's it.
Well,
I think Sooner might have to do stint at prop. Maybe Jacob Horst.
Sirenin back this week. Sirenin pulled out at Magic, didn't he?
Oh, I forgot about that. I've not heard any different.
I don't know if we're out with Cyril, because he was meant to be playing for Magic, but when the squad was announced, he just weren't there. And I didn't really look into it at the time because it was half cut. But I don't know why he did play. I don't know if it's another injury. So,
do you know what? Now you just mentioned, I remember him sat the bench, and I don't even remember thinking anything about it.
Yeah, was he in a kit,
weird,
or was he just sat on the sideline?
He was just in the training gear, wasn't
he? Yeah, I don't know, but I think we're knackered. We're absolutely so. I can see why we brought, Cartwright in. I can see it.
Yeah.
But it's just typical that it's just an injury-prone player who's not like a world beater. He's made of glass, and he's just it's just a typical St-Helens signing.
Do you want to risk? Yeah. Do you want to risk like a 16, 17-year-old prop forward who's probably about as built like a twig still because they're not fully developed, or do you go and get someone like Jed Cartwright to fill in? You know what I mean? I think it makes more sense when you do it that way.
Yeah, because I'll just be contradicting myself if I said otherwise, because I did mention before you can't just keep throwing your kids in. So I get both sides. We'll just have to see. It's just I wasn't.
God, you sound like an alien.
In the news. All right.
You went.
To my connection.
Live TV, everyone. This is what happens.
Typical. Is it exactly
it's really bad.
Right, 2 minutes.
Yeah, go on. You swap over. I'll try and entertain everyone. Right, we've got 7 people watching here. Someone come up with a comment and give me something to talk about while Aidan's sorting his equipment out. He'll be back shortly. So yeah, just touch on Cartwright again. Here he is. He's back.
Hold on. I haven't used my phone.
All right, fair enough.
Is that any better?
Yeah, that's not too. Yeah, it's better. It's not as loud, but it's better.
It'll do.
Yeah, we'll live with that. we need each other anyway, so
that's it. Live TV. There you go. You can't edit it. Can't edit that out now, pal.
Do you know what? I wouldn't have edited it anyway because I don't believe in editing. I don't see the point in it.
That's it.
Have it as raw, and that's it.
That's it.
So yeah. So we've touched on that. I mean, it does make sense rather than throwing a 16, 17-year-old prop forward out there with 18, 19 stone fellas. He's not going to run well for them, is he?
That's it. And it's because we've got so many other injuries as well, I suppose. He's got Super League experience, NRL experience. It's probably better if we gets injured than one of our kids. As harsh as it is, it's probably...
Yeah, it sounds bad, that, but you're right.
You know, it is what it is. As I say, when I seen the news pop up before, I wasn't the best, I wasn't thrilled about it. But we'll just have to... I'm not surprised with this year, just, with what's happened and just bringing in random signings. I mean, it's just came out the blue. Completely out the blue.
I think the only one you could probably throw in there, who's still an academy player, is Chris Batagi. So he's quite a big lad.
He's been named in the side quite a few times. He's quite young though, isn't he, as well? I think there's rumours that
he's going into the season as well.
Yeah, is that confirmed now? Is he going the NRL or something?
I don't know if it's confirmed, yeah. I know Cronulla was sniffing around him, I believe.
There you go.
But his family want to move back home, don't they? So it's fair enough. Like that, you can't argue with that one.
I know, it is what it is. So why not just give him a little bit of time? Let him play for us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we're struggling, we're sinking at the minute. So we could do with a little bit of help.
Got nothing to lose at the minute, have we? No pun intended.
Yeah. But if I tell you what, if we lose against Toulouse, even with all these injuries, I just can't fathom it in my head. I just can't.
Yeah.
I'll be just...
over at their place, you could probably think, okay, yeah. But not at home.
Not at all. I think pitchforks. There'll be some questions asked because at the end of the day, there's still enough calibre of players in that team that can do a job. As much as we've had that many players out, we've still got Dagnall, who's doing bits. Got Nene McDonald. We've got Wellsbury. Got our spine. We've got the spine. It's the forwards. We brought in some Super League experience in a forward. I mean, all FC do them, and you know what I mean. At the very end of the day, so if we lose, it's not going to go down well. I don't think. I think that's when people will start voting with their feet, and that's when the club will
be more on the board rather than Rowley for me, because then they're the ones that's making these decisions at the end of the day. So I'll go through them.
Well, that's it. I hold my hands up. I was an advocate to bring Rowley in just because I thought, well, his style of play that you saw at Salford, but I didn't think that he'd be bringing the Salford style of managing as well.
I just hope these players that's come from Salford, I know Sharks have been offered a new deal, but I just hope there is actually just bridging a gap.
I get why they're doing the 3-year deal at the like the 3-year deals at the minute because of the new rules that have come in. It like I think it's like if
Yeah.
you've got a year left on your contract, you can start
Yeah,
speaking
they
with
can
other
start
clubs.
talking,
But
yeah.
we're doing 3-year deals with shite, and I know I keep swearing, but I'm just frustrated. Like Whitley, shite, Shorrock,
Yeah, that
shite.
one. Whitley,
I've
yeah,
never
I've never
rated him.
understood that signing. Never
I,
understood it.
yeah, I've never rated him. And normally my gut feeling turns out to be true. Shane Wright, when we first signed him, before he did his his try, I was like, what are we signing him for? And
Yeah.
he did a good try, and I thought, "Do you know what, it could be proven wrong here." And we've had a full year of him. He's just mid. He just
Yeah.
he
Again,
makes
does his job
yeah. I'd even argue he just does.
to an extent.
To a little bit. He's just there, isn't he? He's just
Yeah.
he's just there. And then you've got Whitley. Not obviously he's injured. He's mid. Shorrock's Scully's right. He's not a natural ball player, but yet we're playing so much
No.
ball through him, and it showed again on the weekend.
You want him to just run
Mid.
the ball in, not pass it around. He just wants to roll, like cannonball himself in, like Knowles used to do.
Well, that's it. And I know it was always a tough ask to replace Knowles, and you could have had, well, I suppose Wingfield, but it's unfortunate that he had the injuries that he has. And going back from a couple of weeks ago, whereas there's obviously looks like we're not extending him, I'm gutted, but I can understand it as well
Yeah.
because I think we're offering him a deal, but not to the extent that he's looking for. But from a business point of view, he's been our longest injury ran player that we've had. People are comparing, look at Johnny Lomax, look at, you know, Tommy Martin years ago when they were injured and we held out. We've held out like for this lad longer than any other player.
Yeah.
I think even reminds me a bit of a Gary Wheeler if you remember him.
Yeah.
Played one out for 4, played one out for the season.
Yeah.
So I think it is right now. I mean, he's been injury prone since 22 when he was playing under Wolf, and that was in sport that was ages ago. So I think the club are doing the right thing there. It's a shame because he is a good player. He's just too
Do you know
injury
what though?
prone.
As well, he was playing his best rugby up until that injury as well. I mean, that Good Friday
He
game is
was,
the best he's played in the Saints shirt.
yeah, and it's a shame that it was his last full game because it was the following week, wasn't it? That he did. He almost sort of jinxed himself because he's like, I really want to, stay forward.
Yeah.
Stick around and be one of the senior players. And literally the next game, he does his knee in. So
Yeah. I
it's
mean,
a
it's not
shame.
his fault. You know what I mean? It is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
it's a
a
shame.
club will benefit from him.
Yeah, it's a shame. And but yeah, it's a tough direction where the club's going at the minute. I just feel we're just falling into type of being a mid-table club now. Just with the signings, they
Yeah.
just speak
Oh,
for
listen,
themselves.
we're not the first club and we won't be the last. It's happened to Wigan, it's happened to Leeds, it's happened to Warrington.
Yeah,
Bradford went bye-bye, you know what I mean? So did Widnes. You know, it happens to the top clubs, all of them.
yeah, it does. I mean, look at Leeds. It's took them, by the cup win in 2020. It's took them like 9 years to at least get to that top of the table again, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Wigan, they were bottom, weren't they, for most of all 5 years ago and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just our time, but it's just the impatient sod in me just wants to know when we get it back
Yeah.
up there. I think I didn't mentally take it for granted, but naturally did when we were winning them trophies back to back. I think the 22 one.
Oh, I'm cracking up again.
You're cracking up for me as well. Yeah, live.
Have you got like a fan on in there?
No, not a fan. I think it's just this internet connection. One sec.
Go on. We're getting there. Again, live TV, but this is what happens. So yeah. One thing I do want to mention though is we're kind of living off this thing of being the only team that's never not been in the playoffs. And I think that like a season where we don't finish in the playoffs might actually give the club a shot in the arm and go, oh, now we're in trouble. We need to sort this out. And I can live with dropping out the playoffs for a season if it means sorting that out. if I'm going to be honest. I mean, I don't know if anyone else will agree with that or not, but feel free to let us know while we wait for Aidan. I will go into this for now. Paul Rowley's words this week, and it echoes what we're talking about with bringing the lone players in. I mean, he said, what we do is what's best for us and not what anyone else thinks. We know that's a jab at maybe Matt Pete or even the media. Well, one person in particular by the name of Mr. Shaw, who keeps rattling on about it. But yeah, I do agree with him to an extent, but in other ways I don't. It's almost like we're accepting defeat, but sometimes you need to do that. And he's back right on cue.
I think so.
We're
Hopefully.
back. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I don't know if it's to do with the the heat. Me internet router's on the upstairs, and so.
Oh yeah, it's going again. Yeah, it was got a bit crackly again there.
Yeah, it's crackling from your end as well for me. It's going through.
Yeah, is that? Can you hear the same as me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. What have we got here? Got comments here.
Switch it to this.
Do you know what? I think that is actually spot on. I think that's exactly what we need. We need that kick up the arse of falling further than where we are now.
No, I've switched it to my 5G, and it seems to be crackling.
Yeah, it's still.
I don't know if it's the,
Yeah. It's all live TV for you folks. This is what happens, unfortunately. But the show must go on. We'll try and be professional about it. Yeah, I think Ben's absolutely spot on with that comment there. Hopefully, Aidan can get this sorted out. Oh. Let's see what happens. So yeah, just to carry on with what Paul Rowley said there. I mean, in a way, I do like these little war of words with Matt Pete and having a dig at the media and all that. But listen, you need to be getting it done on the pitch as well. If you're gonna, hit back and whatever, get the job done on the pitch. That's the best way to do it, in my opinion. So there you go. Going up. We're trying our best here. We're trying our best. Oh dear. Right, I'll go into this while we're sorting that out. The open training day on the 30th of July, I think you might have seen it on the socials. I'll be down there, pitch side, interviewing a couple of the players as they're coming off after meeting all the fans, which very thankful to Tom and the media team, the Saints, for allowing me to do that. So really, really appreciate that. It should be a good day, and I'll be around the stadium while the training's going on. I'll be watching the training, so feel free to come and say hello if you want to. I'm very I'm passionate on here, but I'm polite. It's all good. Oh, I'm just gonna keep going while Aidan's there doing his thing. Going to the predictions for round 18. I'll keep going. So I've got mine here. York, Wigan, Bradford, Lee, OKR, Leeds, and for better or worse, I'm going Saints to win against Toulouse. Ben has gone identical to I have. And Tom, the only difference there is he's picking Wakefield to beat OKR. I mean, at the minute, that is a game that can go either way, I think. Reason I'm going with KR is the game's been played at Craven Park. So if that had been at Wakefield, I think it might have been a bit different. And when Aidan comes back, I will get his predictions on that as well. Now, while I'm waiting, I'm just gonna have a scurry around, see if there's any news going on, which I tend to do. And knowing my luck, as soon as we come off, something else will come. I'll break. Yeah. So the game on Sunday is a double header. You've got the academy against Lee, and obviously the first team against Toulouse. Unfortunately, I probably won't make it to the academy game. We have him back. Are you there?
I can hear you all right.
All right,
Roll
there
him
we
up.
go.
Yeah.
All right, job's a good one. Right, so we just went through the predictions there, and do you want to give us your thoughts on who's going to win this week in round 18?
Yeah, you probably might have to tell me the fixtures because my head's just got on my arse trying to fix me.
Yeah, no bother. I'll get them up now. So me and Tom have both gone the same. I'll just flash these up for you so you can see. So me and Ben are identical, and Tom has gone with Wakefield over KR. So fixture tonight is York against Hull FC.
Yeah, to be honest, based on York's performance against Hull, she'd probably back them to beat Hull for me. It's going to be a close game. The draw that could go either way because I thought the Huddersfield and York game could have gone either way. Again, I thought Huddersfield would have probably won that based on the performance against Wakey. But yeah, it's the thing about this season. You can never really be too sure, even at the bottom end of the table. But
yeah,
York at home,
so anyone can beat anyone in the minute, can't they?
Yeah.
Are you going York?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Right. The worst fixture for us Saints fans to pick a winner out of: Wigan v Warrington.
Warrington.
Oh, is that because you hate Wigan that much? Or
I fucking hate them. Yeah. Yeah.
I think Gab's answer is Warrington more than Wigan these days. They've got too much to say and say
Warrington are just your annoying little brother, I suppose.
Yeah, noisy neighbours.
Yeah. Just one of them. It's just that's the one, noisy neighbours, where they're just just shut up. Do you know what I mean? Just shut up. You've never won a league. Shut up. Whereas Wigan, I just hate them. I have this deep hatred whenever I see anybody to do with Wigan. Like Brad O'Neill, I just can't stand him.
Oh, we got man of the matches beyond me.
Oh, just seeing his fat head up in the stadium just really boiled my piss. I just hate. I've been born and bred to hate Wigan, and I really do. Just the way they go about everything, but with Warrington, they just do me head in. It's different to hate. They're just not.
Yeah. Oh, sounds going again. Right, we're nearly there. We're nearly through it. Huddersfield, Bradford.
I'll just have to.
Oh God. Yeah. Oh dear. Right. I'll tell you what. Should we wrap it up so you're not causing too much edit for yourself?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I don't know what's going on. So, no, we have. It sounds like you've got electronic laryngitis.
Yeah. It's the same for you for me as well. For some reason, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, fair enough. All right. Well, we'll wrap up then because we struggling to hear each other. So, listen, appreciate you coming on as ever, Aidan, and no thanks to the vet Raf for taking off daddy duties for an hour. Really appreciate that, really. So, thanks very much. We'll be back next week. No problem, mate. You're more than welcome anytime. So, me and Ben should be back next week, and hopefully we'll have some better news for you. So, we will see you then.